Greetings, dearest star family. We are the Arcturian Andromedan Blue Merkaba Alliance. Many of you have been seeing our little ships for some time now. As we cloak down real small, we sort of look like a blue vase, you might say. Or shall we say that would be one way to put it. We're predominantly blue from an Earth visual perspective, although we do have different colors in our Merkabas as well. Colors that you perceive as violet, pink, red, green, orange, as well as yellow. However, the predominant color is blue, as this coincides with the blue rainbow. The blue color itself has ascended in frequency, and you may think of it as having the same type of frequency output that a rainbow does. I know, that may sound complicated, dear ones. But it's true. Just like we have alluded to in the past, some of your secondary colors, such as violet, pink, green, and orange, are working on becoming their own primary color. They are going through an ascension phase in frequency vibration. The color blue, as it relates to your realm of consciousness, has already gone through that ascended phase in frequency. Our two galaxies, the Milky Way and the Andromedan galaxy, were the chosen two galaxies out of thousands. When the first settlers came to this part of the universe, they laid out the exact same DNA blueprint and split it right down the middle. 50% to oversee what you know of as the Milky Way galaxy, and 50% to oversee what you think of as the Andromedan galaxy. You might even say that originally the Milky Way galaxy was to be coined the Arcturian galaxy. Nevertheless, our dearest star family, we do not wish to get you hung up on names. This is just letting you know a little bit about your galactic history. The ambassador has spoken in the past as of we as do, who settled our two civilizations some quintillion years ago of your Earth time. At first there were many galactic wars between the Andromedan and the Arcturian civilizations. The majority of this took place long before any of the other star races that you may think of, or hear commonly spoken of, came into existence. We did not know we were the same. We slowly learned of all this when the divine timing was right. This was all a part of our ascension journeys. Super high-to-tech interplanetary space wars really took their toll on our two civilizations. Until we finally realized we were the same identical blueprint DNA, and blueprint-wise. Oh, you can find an Arcturian soul and an Andromedan soul, and find very vague slight differences between them. However, as we have stated in the past, we could also find you another pair, one of each you might say, with the Arcturian resembling the Andromedan and vice versa. The differences are that vague. The only real difference between our societies is that we evolved in separate galaxies. However, they were right next door to each other. So, with an exact blueprint DNA match, most of our traits, qualities, as well as appearances are the same. At this time, dear souls, you are working helping complete Mother Gaia's ascension into a trans-dimensional diamond-encoded rainbow sphere. You're working on existing in an overall fifth-dimensional reality mindset. Many of you are already operating, and have been for some time now, out of a fourth-dimensional consciousness reality versus a third-dimensional perspective. There are numerous large-scale density clearings happening on your planet in these current now moments. We do not encourage you to waste a lot of energy on such things. However, we strongly encourage you to be vigilant, and know as much as you can about these various clearings that are going on. Our dearest star family, part of the whole learning process in this school, known as third-dimensional Earth that you are in, is to not repeat the same what you might call mistakes over again. We would suggest to you that if you don't know how the old crusty paradigm worked when you tear it down, how can you change it truly for the better, as well as be assured not to make the same mistakes over again? Such as mistakes made by the overall collectives of your Atlantean and Lemurian societies? We simply ask that you give that one a few brief thoughts. Give it a tiny bit of energy, not an exorbitant amount. That's not what we're asking. However, pay attention and stay vigilant. We are all around you. No, dearest souls, we are not camera glare or lens flare. We are not even lens glare or camera flare. No, we are not the James Webb Telescope either. However, we do appreciate the Earth humor, and as we do have quite a sense of humor, despite what the ambassador sometimes thinks about it. With that being said, this has been the Arcturian Andromedan Blue Merkaba Alliance.
Yeah, that galactic history they're talking about, which I've mentioned in several talks and did a few big talks on. Yeah, it took 15 years to get that info.